Above the streets and houses, rainbow climbing high. Everyone can see it smiling over the sky. Paint the whole world with a rainbow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Albers, Planet X research and professional physicist, and today I'd like to bring to you another one of my articles. This one is entitled Sun Simulator in Orbit, Irrefutable Evidence. Now the figure below shows a satellite image of the Earth, and people looking at this image may at first believe that the bright light source producing a large reflection on the Earth's surface is the Sun, but close examination reveals that this cannot be correct. The reflection cannot be produced by the Sun, and its pink light edge is not normal either. So the size of this reflection, which this light source seems to be producing on the Earth, well, we can estimate it comparing it with what the radius or diameter of the Earth seems to be, and we can estimate it, the Earth's curvature to go to about there at, say, the center here, and then we can estimate it seems to be about 1/10 the size of the Earth's, or it should have, I think, a diameter which is about 1/10 the size of the Earth's diameter, which then makes it with a diameter of 791 miles or 1,274 kilometers. So that's 1/10 of the Earth's diameter.
Hello friends. Well, here we go again with yet more wild fantasy and lack of observation by Albers, who uses the word observation as her mantra. It's just a shame she doesn't do any, or at least not real observations that would destroy her own claims, of course. In this first extract of one of her latest extraordinary papers, she claims irrefutable proof of the Sun Simulator yet again. Well, I think we can safely say no, that is not the case, because 1, she is lying through her teeth, and 2, she is lying through her teeth. Let's look at the image first and see what we can determine from it. Well, for a start, that isn't a satellite image. It's actually a fairing from the Falcon X rocket, and the cameras attached to it. The bright light in the sky, well, that would be the sun. Of course, as is usual with these type of people, it is overexposed, so the glare makes it look much bigger than it actually is, which most of us know and understand. As for the reflection, well, yes, that is the sun, obviously, but again, it's still overexposed. So I think we can safely say her claims of size by comparison are erroneous from the start.
It may actually be a little larger than that, but I think we'll go with that.
At this point, Albers then goes on about the physics of mirrors and how they work. And for the most part, from what I can recall from my years doing physics in school, that all seems very legit and correct. But the main problem here is the fact that she's working from a false premise, having taken a photo and trying to extrapolate from it the size of the sun, when unfortunately all she's looking at is the glare. So none of this makes any difference. She might as well be talking about how to make spaghetti bolognese.
This is a sun simulator, and the other thing that we see is this pink circular outline around it, and it's seen in the reflection as well. It does not seem to be as large as in the direct image, and this means that it's possibly forming a spherical kind of atmosphere or corona around this object. But this explains why we often look up at the sky, at the clouds, and we see that the sun is white, and around its periphery it seems to have this pinkish color. Now, this does not explain the pink color with which clouds are being illuminated at sunset.
Ah yes, the purple colour. This is actually known as purple fringing, and it's very common in photography, particularly digital photography. It is a type of chromatic aberration. It forms a magenta ghost image, and the defect is generally most visible as a colouring and lightening of dark edges adjacent to bright areas of broad spectrum illumination, such as daylight or various types of gas discharge lamps. Other explanations for this are digital noise in dark areas, image processing and interpolation artifacts. Almost all CCDs and CMOS require considerable processing. Image bloom from overexposure of CCD sensors, or stray ultraviolet and or infrared light. It's a camera artifact because if you look with your eyes, you don't see the pink. It only appears in images people are putting up. People, subs in particular, should really wake up. After all, this is their battle cry. When their doom pusher of choice is making assertions about whatever form of doom is coming, and the research apparently proves it, do they not notice that after years of apparent research, that all the evidence is just the same? Badly taken pictures of the sun, JPEG anomalies, and anything else optical they can get away with. Assertions are made, fingers are pointed, and no actual research to prove the veracity of the images is done. For instance, Jeff P. claims the so-called sun sim changes size. Albers has concurred with this, but all they are looking at is the glare of the sun, which is affected by the clouds and basic atmospherics. Pop a solar filter on camera, and most importantly, you still need to get the settings right on the camera to be able to cope with the job, and you can directly observe the sun's disk. No glare, nothing. And what we find is the sun doesn't change size at all through the day. Now, Albers has concocted a system of huge proportions. However, she did state that these had to be kept away from aircraft. So aircraft were carefully routed. Well, it just so happens I live under a main route in and out of the UK, which would mean that I have got a clear sight, no mirrors, lenses, or any other fantasy bollocks. So, what I am observing is the sun. I know this anyway, because despite her claims, it's just not feasible. Small experiments in the kitchen, using torches and lamps, easily demonstrate the effects that are being shown. The hexagonal shapes caused by the hexagonal form of the aperture. The purple petals, again, just a camera anomaly produced in the kitchen. It's not hard, and these are pretty poor proofs they're using. But when it comes to a debunker proving anything, we have to go above and beyond. And then it's still not accepted by brain-dead drones who follow these people. My main point here is you do not see these people going and doing any actual experimentation to prove their claims, which of course is because they know full well they cannot prove anything if they do the correct experiments. So their only recourse is to use the standard poor quality pictures and talk the big talk, whilst offering no solid proof of their fantasy ever.